visit alliance.mt.
Lesti biex jidħlu fit-tank issa 3 studenti bl-idea tagħhom Paradigm.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Ignacio.
I am Alicia.
I'm Lalit.
And together, we are Paradigm. We make blockchain games. Specifically, we create mobile blockchain games. Now, the idea for Paradigm came about when I was at secondary school, and I saw that many of my friends used to play games, and they would spend large amounts of time playing games. Back then, League of Legends was very popular, and my friends would spend up to 30 hours a week, or even more, playing League of Legends. And one frustration that they will always tell me about is that they couldn't make any money out of it. They were putting so much time, so much money, and so much effort in the game, and yet no way of making any profit. They tried many things. They tried going to tournaments, joining online competitions, but they never made any money. And one thing that they will always tell me is that, well, we're not asking for millions because we're not #1 in the world, but if we spend 30 hours a week playing the game, I mean, we definitely have some level of skill. How great would it be that we could find ourselves at the end of the week with some kind of pocket money for our time and efforts? A second case that I experienced that made me open my eyes towards this problem was another friend of mine. This was a family friend, he was older than me, that he had spent many years, over 5 years, playing Call of Duty. And then it became a point when he got married, he had a full-time job, he had priorities and responsibilities, and he was telling me, look, I just don't have the time anymore to spend a full evening or a whole weekend playing games. And yet he told me his frustration on how I have put all this time and all this money and effort gathering things in the game over the years, and yet I have nothing to show for. I have no return, no payback from all this. He told me that he wished he would have put all that energy and all that time into something that gives back to him, like going to the gym or getting another degree or working experience. So he was telling me that in order to try and get something out of this, he was trying to sell his gaming account. But strictly speaking, this is illegal, because even though you may have bought some of the gaming characters, some of the gaming assets, they never really belong to you. They always belong to the gaming company. Everything you have in your gaming account is stored in a server, and that server belongs to the gaming company. And it is within the terms and conditions of every gaming company that if they were to find out that you as a player sold your gaming account to someone else, they have the rights and they will ban your account and delete it forever. So we saw this problem, yes, and we decided to come up with a solution for it by creating blockchain games. So Sharks, in blockchain games, the difference from traditional games is that now everything in the game, every gaming asset is an NFT, which stands for non-fungible token. Now, the NFTs live in the blockchain, in a public blockchain, not in a server anymore. An NFT can be anything, can be any digital asset. In our case, the NFTs are all our gaming characters. Every piece of clothing that you have for your gaming characters is an NFT. Even guns, weapons, everything is an NFT. So, because everything in the game is now an NFT, and it lives in the public blockchain, now you truly own your assets. They do not belong to the gaming company anymore.
So, as he mentioned, that in the blockchain games, everything is in the form of NFTs, like the gaming assets, which means that the players can play the game, but on the other hand, they can sell, buy, rent, and breed their gaming assets and their characters. So as a company, we will have our own games, and with our games, we will have a marketplace, which would look like this. So the gaming assets and the gaming characters, whatever the players have, they can buy and sell over here in the section of the marketplace. Suppose if I have a very good character, if a strong character, but in the traditional games you can't do anything, just show your friends and feel good about it. But here you can put it in this section of the marketplace and you can sell it. Is any other guy who wants to buy it, they will buy it. Same thing goes when as a player, I want to buy any specific characters. These are just the examples. Any specific character I want to buy, I can go to this section of our marketplace and buy it.
Blockchain is an emerging concept in today's game industry. We know we are not the first ones to make blockchain games, but the existing blockchains are just 1 or 2 years old. They are commonly referred as P2E, which is play to earn games. So how Paradigm is transforming these play to earn games? Coinbase, cryptocurrency, MetaMask, OpenSea, if you don't know what that is exactly one of the biggest obstacles in the existing blockchain game. At Paradigm, we want to simplify this process and make our games approachable to everybody. Sharks, you would be shocked to hear the entry fee charged by the most popular games in the blockchain industry. For example, Axie Infinity, they charge €600 just as an entry fee. Another example, Zrun, they charge $50 to $100 as an entry fee. At Paradigm, players can play our games for free. Now you may ask, what about the games which are free to play? Well, the games which are free to play, they have poor dynamics, poor mechanics, and hence they are just not fun. Our aim at Paradigm is to make our games more fun, more enjoyable, and give players an immersive experience. Sharks, $2.3 billion was generated by blockchain gaming industry in the last quarter of 2021. $4.8 billion have been invested by venture capitalists in blockchain industry. Sharks, we have the digital skills, we have the technology, and most importantly, we have the motivation. All we need is your business acumen and your networking. Keeping that in mind, we are asking for $70K for 5% stake in our company.
Blockchain Games 2022, it's the internet in 1998. So Sharks, who wants to come and change the gaming industry forever?
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's incredible what progress blockchain did since first initiation in 2010 date with Bitcoin, the very beginning. So it's impressive. I would like to ask you first and foremost, the concept that you're proposing here, is it a first? In the rental, in the hybrid, is it a first?
Good question. As we're mentioning, there are some blockchain games. It's a very innovative industry. It's just getting started. And the concept of renting, for example, we only see it in one game right now. And concepts like breeding, for example, is very few of them do them as well.
You're going to do these games. You already have any games? Or you're just going to use our money to go out and hire developers? Or
yes. So
have you started any developments? What's your background? Are you already doing this stuff? Do you work already in this business?
Yes.
Is this business happening?
Both parts, our backgrounds.
So I'm currently studying Masters in Digital Games, and I'm also working in software solutions, and we are also producing our game as we are talking right now.
Yes. I'm studying mathematics and statistics, know a lot about finance. I'm working at the Central Bank of Malta at the moment, and I also know how to code a bit of NFTs and Solidity.
And I'm a master's student. I'm pursuing in the University of Malta as a software developer, and I've been working as a software developer as well. I have worked with the technologies called artificial intelligence and computer vision as well. So I pretty much have an idea about these things as well, how they work. So that's why we are, as a team, decided.
Have you done anything yet?
No. We have 10 months to finish our first product, we believe.
So you're asking us for a valuation of 1.4 million.
Yes.
Just for your brand and for you.
For the potential as well, Mr. Wingard. I can't go through the numbers to explain what kind of potential.
I have no problem with potential.
Very well.
All right, and your valuation could be much, much, much higher.
Yes.
And I would have no issue. But where I have an issue is that we don't see anything today. All we're seeing is a brand and 3 people standing here, and that you say you want to do blockchain games. It's a bit like me saying, I want to play football. Right?
No.
That doesn't mean that I've got, you don't know whether I've got the skills, and you certainly don't want to see me on the football pitch. But what I'm saying is that, I have no problems with the valuation of 1.4 million. In fact, it could be 14 million or 140 million. The problem for me is that I just don't know what I'm looking at here. I'm just looking at a brand and 3 people. I don't see any games, I just see a few graphics.
I think the person that's going to invest is going to invest in them. So with your backgrounds, right? You're going to do the development yourselves, right? Or do you need to hire coders?
We will need to hire, mind you, we do have the gaming skills, NFTs, yes, front-end development, but we will precisely need a blockchain developer, specifically. That's part of the money that is going to. All our money goes into IP, mind you.
Didn't you think of maybe getting a fourth partner who has this skill with you?
Yes, maybe working in the times. It can be a partner or even an employee. There's none.
So you guys, right? You said, if I recall correctly, that you need 10 months. Why the 10 months? What's the?
That's our estimate on what will take us to have our first product ready and to launch it into the market.
And during these 10 months, you'll be working on this full time?
Yes.
I know the market for your products is very, very significant. I will make you an offer for the 70K. But I'll want 25% of the business. It's not because I'm greedy, but I envisage that there'll be, we'll need to raise funds going forward. I'll be diluted. I need to have something that keeps me interested. It's clearly, you've got something that I don't have.
I was going to offer you 70 for 50%, so, you know, he's
You've got the technical expertise. I have the business skills you need.
Mind you, however, when we're looking at other games, for example, because you don't have to trust us when it comes to what's the potential valuation, yes?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm taking a punt. As Mark said, all I have is a name on.
Yes, 100%.
I see the three of you. I see the passion there. I know the industry you're targeting is a significant one, and I'm willing to take a punt.
Mr. Fenech, 100%.
I'm putting 70,000 in you three. For all I know, I mean, you can't code my safe at home.
In your dream.
I mean, you know. So obviously, subject to, I'll need to get to know you a little bit better, but I'm committing to 70K for 25% of the business.
Well,
Thank you for
it's
your offer.
non-negotiable as well.
You're not interested in splitting it, are you, at all?
We can split it if you want.
Yes? I would be interested to coming alongside him. So, you know, we would come in together. And I have a lot of very good contacts for you in this world, especially in the world of gaming.
You have to.
So what is the offer, Mark?
There's 70K between the two of us for 25%.
You have two players, guys, here.
let me try you, because you don't trust. Bottom line is that you do not have to trust us. Let's trust.
They are trusting you.
they are trusting you.
Yes, 100%. But what I'm saying is that you have to trust the facts, the figures. Yeah, what's out there, just to.
Your figures are nothing. It's whether you can execute. So, I mean, listen, we know this industry makes money. We know there's a lot of businesses out there that are making money. We also know there's a lot of people who are failing. I know people who are invested in games businesses, a lot of them have failed. And, you know, there's some that succeed, some will fail. And out of every, you know, 5 businesses, at least 1 will maybe succeed and 4 will fail.
4 fails, yeah.
Right? So, you know, there's a high failure rate in this, right? There's a lot of people doing it. It's not like a non-crowded space. We haven't seen anything. We've just seen some pictures of a few NFTs of that.
Yes, and that's why we're bringing that into our valuation as well. As you said, our valuation could be much higher. So we take it into consideration that we're early on, and we take it into mind. For example, let's take an example. There's one game, it's called Upland. They've been in the blockchain game industry for 2 years. For 2 years. Now, to be very precise, Alicia here, give it a week, she can do a game which is better than that in terms of game graphics and gaming design, yes? This company, they had, in the first 6 months, they hit 2,000 daily active users. Next 18 months, we're looking at 20,000 daily active users. 24 months today, 60,000 daily active users.
But they spend a lot of money on marketing. They spend a lot of money on development. They get all the right partners involved. They don't just go straight out there and get all this in there.
That's why I'm clarifying the cost, the operations cost, with respect to the turnover. What would that be?
Yes.
Because that's not clear in my mind yet. Because you need to spend a lot of money. For that reason, I must say I'm out.
Very well.
I'm going to leave it in the very capable hands of Mark and Alex. And even though I'm really interested in this sector and they've given you an offer that I don't think you can refuse, for that reason I'm out.
From my end, this is a sector I'd like to tap into myself. And as I said, I love investing, you know, in people, not in the business. But since it is something which I am not, I'm not very clear about, I feel you have a very good offer here with two people who know their business, and I am sure that if Mark said, you know, out of 5, 4 can't make it, I'm sure that Mark and Alex will make it with the one that will succeed. I can promise you that these gentlemen both have the right contacts to push where you are, and they are simply investing in your dream.
So guys,
What is it going to take, guys? You going to take the offer?
So what's the final offer?
the final offer was my first offer. It's 70K for 25% of the business.
Are you
You
going
get 2
together?
sharks.
And you get 2 for the price of 1. If you want to stop and have a
And
few
discuss
minutes
between
We have a
you.
talk.
to discuss, you know, sure.
Thank you, we'll be back. $25% for 70K, that brings our valuation to...
Doesn't matter, 25%, that's the bottom line, exactly.
All right, let's go.
It's good, guys, we made it this far.
I was impressed by her. She's a game developer.
We have to see. I mean, I can't even see if they've got anything. They have to show us that they have already.
I think this 10 months is not as too long.
You need much more money, Mark, than that. Much more.
So thank you very much for your offer. But we believe we're going to stand still today. We're going to try it, be patient, and work it ourselves, and be able to have more equity as well into our company. But we thank your offer and your time.
Good luck,
very
guys.
much.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Għadna kif rajna dawn it-tlet żgħażagħ li qed jimirħu fid-dinja tal-blockchain imma rrifjutaw l-offerta li saret ilhom. Xorta waħda hemm opportunitajiet għalihom biex jiksbu forma ta' investimenti u opportunitajiet anke għal inċentivi.
Mela hawnhekk għadna rajna żewġ industriji ġodda jiġu flimkien, digital games u anke l-blockchain, illi minnhom infushom għandhom opportunità imma fl-istess ħin hemm riskju wkoll. Rajna diskussjoni interessanti anke dwar il-valuation u dwar ix-sharks x'setgħu jagħtu lil din il-kumpanija. Il-fatt li deċidu li ma jaħdux l-investiment ma jgħaddix kumment dwar il-validità tal-proġett innifsu. Bħala Malta Enterprise nistgħu nħarsu nkomplu nitkellmu ma' kumpaniji ta' dan it-tip kemm permezz tal-B-Start li huwa l-bidu tal-għajnuna tagħna imma wkoll l-inċentiva Startup Finance li minflok hija għotja hija repayable advance ġifri l-flus ikun qegħdin jinħarġu minnaħa tal-Malta Enterprise u mbagħad jingħataw meta jkun hemm profit u din it-tip ta' kumpaniji brata ma' teknoloġija u ma' dawk li l-iktar impoġġulhom qudiemhom ukoll il-kunċett ta' l-startup finance.
They really believe in They really believe
They believe in the
what
product.
they're doing.
If we just get rejected.
Yeah. Nothing's working for us. Nothing's working.
X'nifhmu eżatt, Ġorġ, meta ngħidu NFT?
Mela, NFT nibdew, NFT hija non-fungible token. Issa, in-non-fungible token li hija xi ħaġa elettronika hija xi ħaġa mbekkjata bil-blockchain technology li hija xi ħaġa sikura ħafna. Issa biex forsi nassimila ma' xi ħaġa li aħna mdorrin, jien naf ikolli pittura d-dar li hija oriġinali u jista' jkun hemm ħafna kopji minnha. Imma l-valur qiegħda f'dik il-pittura li qiegħda fid-dar tiegħi. Issa, jekk neħdu mill-mod teknoloġika, jien jista' jkolli ritratt li hija unika għalija u bil-blockchain technology nista' nipprova li hija unika għalija imma jista' jkun kopji imma l-oriġinali dejjem qiegħda għandi u għandi biss.